Wana, tomorrow is a special day for you. We'll be there to support you. So Maxwell Opoku Ajiman at 60 tomorrow is going to be a grand occasion, special occasion. Good evening to you, sir. Congratulations, 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 Maxwell Opoku Ajiman. Okay, so now what you and so a moonsem to the bar, period. Full stop, sir, and it's here. Where other associations are full say will be thrown up as you can. That is also democracy in Abiano. But with the bar, pass the test and you join. If you don't pass the test, try and endeavor to pass the test so that you can join. Okay, so what being AL saying? Who's so saying? Yes, me was as an economist. He's already seated. Yeah, in your brain, some I have so I bet to doing. I found send a medical account. What being stressed and it's here. Unsusu and was same beside the bar. In I try to drink if I or my Ghana home. Now, yeah, Prince Memoir.
Major Solaya.
Number to say.
Over there, Daruma.
They be our brandy. I was not for here.
My young could be not small can there be. I was say, I don't grace. I don't grace in the Ikutukuta.
And I don't even care bad day. Okay. Na enyumbre ye she dwumade na se me ndi kan bisa o perspective sa and ye koso ewo voter region spillage very for na wo se wo ye because e was a save da kosombo dam na ye spill water out of the dam no Achia fan crofo so ama crofo adan so far yen lusu obia de obia nhwere ne nkwabat ejapade displacing crofo and all that empanyfo akoho akasa Ghana 4p kasa ebise ye unfortunate ebise na ke betimi aye ho bibi ebise ye nye serious ebise ye abu akokoseche and all that Prince as saying
Ola mame na wase mame fa kwanya so enchia yetifo ene ahwefo na yenkase eyomane nchichiri ntina enamemenda anadwo after hard days work ye kwa ye kwa wedding ya sabetna afidie kesi so se ye beboa amomane nchichiri eden akoso the medical can say answer na metacle the recent one no kra no mamemfa yenko memelens mu kakra about this whole akoso modern project na memeki emphasis on something embassy point so say bia as a Ghana for yenye nipa yesua de afri niema asisi dada no history say akoso modam there was broni bia na your friend Abed Kettensen ana ne nama no kopie river volta so e Flamante mu around 1915 ana ode ho asem beto enyiresi abrofo ana omudi gold kosuso na enam sa dwumadie no ema gold coast abrofo no hu se ehu behia so oman ni benya nyinam kanea enti around 1920 omu small dam bia na a serve only the elite group ye ka elite group na lawyer wo ye nimdefo ma ya tese even Ghana benya afa ahudie ni na uni nimdie nkodu certain level abatu obi okwa na ma antu bi enti na serve wo monko a eno ana wo hono ma na Ghana and I said the then Gold Coast ekonya independent enti wonya independence no and ye man panyi odika ye friend ye ro saje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ani so ade hunumu ehu se ese so my Ghana se betimi afa ye ntoma pefra na emfidi dwuma sama esi na ni so no ayeden abema ye behia anyinam ahoden kanea a ye drebe bo oman ni nyina ho ban se de be ye dwumadi a ye di no oman nim ebe den ebe koso we ema ne kofa animdiefo efri wiase nyina momu friend be public tender say yenye den omu go through omu wieye no Italy adwumakuo kesie bia na efam say imprego aseden word no mitimi mboni ye omu ane edema omu na okay history ni kakra na e kire say group yi wo makọ build the similar dam between Zambia and Zimbabwe enti Ghana hwe adwumadie papa wo madidi ama sa aman mienu we no e ma wo decide say ene wo de no ye bema e de akohye wo nsa enti sa nkrofukue na sa adwumakuo fi Italy e be hye adwumadie na se na enam se na Ghana nya fa ahodie enti ni eni sika mpo a ye de be den ye de be sa akoso mu dam no e ma osagefo e ko World Bank ene IMF fo e ma wo mu maye bosia wo mu finance 25% o hamu nchichemu adunu 25% obi atase enkwani adununum ana America aban esu decide say obeboa satam no na America for a company bia Voter Aluminium Company e friend Vacu said the buyer wo musu company ni enwu nti wo musu dum sika yeden e be shemu enti the kofa buy na said the fire buy of akoso modam enie emra omu hye sa akoso modam dwumade na se afi 1961 omu di 5 years na yeden eye nhwehwemu kire se aretosem bebre yeden esi na enam so ma sa adwumakuo ni nipa makomako even 28 ane wu ye aye hyeda ma wo mu special cemetery ye dedicate that place ni dey den ema wo mu na lawyer se wo hwe akoso modama emra wo mu hye asese wo mu si dam no ane wo mu se wo mu blocking ensu abeta ho bebre no na nya ade a wo betima sustain no enti hu behia se wo mu beye bibi afa ho ane wo mampanyin osagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah enim die mu se no ene yen create artificial dam eno ne kofa that you can say that biggest artificial dam wo wi asana say Africa ha say ya akoso mu dam no ye den e bai enti akoso mu nkane an ye de to river Volta so enam saade na so mu epia nso no gugu ba bia enso ni ntwimfa dwumadie no so ma na nsɛ ana mu create that artificial dam no na enhwehwe mu ama na beda di sɛ tama omu ye sa adwuma no enso ni twifa more than 80,000 peoples den eso at that time no no mu constitute 3.1% of the total population of Ghana enti osagefo ni so ade hunu no there was a road map and necessary successive government ya eba ye no ne den ediso mamenka se ye wi akoso modam no ebi mu si January ebi mu si February around 1965 enti ye wi ye na exactly 1 year few months and ye two osagefo enti na ni so ade hunu opeso de eye edema dam no ebedi ye no anase ehon keka ho abema na complete akanei de AC ni ebe minimize no wantimi anye ana na ban ye de ye den ye di tugu ye we ama successive government ye baaye no omantimi anye de ne ka ho se omomanya blueprint of document ye de yakoso modam no be ka che ose nanka wo osagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah enim die mu se ye kwaya akoso modam no enso ne be pass through the terminal no kra no nanka ye be process bi abe ne drinking water e de amoma emu ni nyina a nanka betima supply the whole country lawyer ename no kasai enso to ensu kumase baabi bebre me baabi amete so ame ba 3 days ni ensuo maada but yenya ensuo a eyiri fa yenua mu bia it is not too distant from baabi a yeden yewo now omu ye project no ensuo ni eyi fa enipa bi se the medical ka no ema omu mfudie omu nsase omu agapade bebre essay na research kwa kire se ensuo twifa asase ani a it take more than 5 years ansa na asase no saade ewoma ebetimi amade adua aduban a ebema the necessary yield and the resource na eden abanon it take more than 5 years enti enam sane ma ye si yi ema omu dwumadi a omu di ya farming no esai bebre enti nanka omamu ni nyina behu se enam se bia si penti no nke besua ho ade again lawyer omu kire se almost between 10 to 15 years bia no sansu yire yeden eba na edu ba bia opetimi si na Ghana fa akogina ho bompa ese nsuo nto ema nsuo mra akoso modam se nyame ma nsuo to so busu a yentimi nya ho nimde ese betima ye ni bibi in the name of reservoir a ensa ya de fast forward we nya asia wie masema me kan se ye rhetorics ne dodo asem ni sia ni abegyina ho ye be ya no baba ye be kasa bebre te kwada ya temperature na se pressure na e wo so no ekọ foma ni akoda ba bia da na obi ara fise na no bi mpo bibi se ye den esi me giri se 15 years ago na spillage no sa cause a lot of havoc na se na radio common say ya the same discussion ye den ekọ so ye wie ne de ne ye ya te akoda masam ene adisede am de be dai oman mu mpanimfo ne se in as much as natural disaster untimi mo ho ban no ye betima ye niema nketenkete minimize the effect ya sa niema we de be den ebeba no enti wo mo hwe sese a ye kasai ukọ northern part of the country a Burkina for dam yi afibia wo mu bie no se Bagre dam eno so wo ho aban no wani so ade hu so bebie dam one district one another one community one dam ye de be ye enfom dwuma ede na asie masem ne say yenya vision for this country na kasa speech delivery yetimi prepare ne ye na ya kasa ne aboy ensem de eden e de amaye ho but when it comes to the art to get the result na professors we do only little yenya saniema we na say ene ya atake political dimension ana we na kan we say ye declare state of emergency na kasese we kwaka say no hey ye wie na nyame boa na nsuo etwe a the real assessment assess ye ya ebeboa ma na tu empon no ye beja ato masem ne say
also but one hour can say ye declare state of emergency nana.
Yeah, it falls beyond my jurisdiction.
Okay.
Me need that technical knowledge na make say yes or no. But masema make can say. On mine no yen assess the impact. Where ye can in no. Enye e be take more than 10 years. Family bi okwa na omun recover bim. Because say who work so hard. Na unya let already there's challenges within the economy. Everybody is affected. Na omu dia na sa kwe that unique na. Aban no ene ne mpenim for mate se omu ko retreat. Se omu nim die mu no se declare state of emergency and abema yenya support e dia boy enuama. I don't have any objection to that. But I said bakwa that normal political debate. Me na me kan we and we na anye say ne there. I me gidi say SSC go beyond that. Na ye hu kwan ye befa so asolve amanie na eden aba no so.
Okay, so ono susu say political ping pong ye yemfa to baby na yendwen oh my Ghana for once so that we deal with the issue as a national issue and not yemfa political football we born hana. Okay, so democracy jumadi ena waso eguso a utie watie Prince Obiri Yeboah, who is an economist enyumbre Professor Smart Sapon who is a director research development and innovation Kumasi Technical University is here. But Prof Memwakwaba
senior lawyer mejo so dodo
nampom ti sen
adom ye ho ye megidi se so ho ye pa
obade e de acheme
watade e die obi bi ni Westminster London onya bi nse lawyer why papa ye de nyame asema
that's you
o top die basa it clean.
Oh, but I didn't see a heavy part.
Me dey say Ghana me.
Oh, yeah. We see a Ghana me. We see a Ghana me.
Prof we kokko pa. O ko fa some love.
But just more kind. I didn't.
Oh, over ya ma.
I didn't hear. Oh, I didn't hear cry. Okay. So, Prof, remember how to say. So, just give me some few minutes now. Dr. Amuzu. Ntwetwe enkomo ewo Amuzu Herbal Clinic ene maxronko a wo ewo ho eno ye enu akira asem ye behwe eno ho asem but mene no twetwe enkomo enwumbre ye chese ye say a healthy nation depends on healthy people. So na ye nyina so ne ye beji atom se endro a eboa ye no broni atunidin organic miwa organic ye na nanom dada ena na o yusu sa enubra ne nema ye wo hade ndru a eno no ya na ne side effect no ente se ne ya wono maduro na yesa yare no na asan akofa ohaw pi e de abre o system no eti ya na wona woye heba endema no organic endema sem ende ka de bia ka say organic ende no ne buo no ya na dimpaye but yenye de na wo ha na organic a wo si esomie ne ya na mpempi no ye no ajeje mu enwumbre ye me de se Dr. Amuzu Heba Clinic wo ha enwumbre ye ne no twetwe enkomo doc me mo adwo
ye nua lawyer
na mbom tsen
nyame na dom
na me hwese na why fresh dia o eno do ante echi ye be kan no wase na dwom tsen
lawyer nyame adom ahoden wo bibia so kama so
ya da bo ade ase na enema ben is special in Robi HSS say mo ya ebua Ghana for say nyare na e ma ya pom din wie peye no we nani so echen
you lawyer ya Robi ani din pa de Amuzu garlic bitters me de garlic prekese hwintia ne indubran makon 14 and I make up be a do back. The Juma didn't say it improves blood circulation. It plants a beer, Hishimuno, a woman, a pedi, Bojafran, and the camp. Nadia, Ebium. The entire plant doors and so bow on peg garlic pump and brisa. It's a yabi briano painty, a dubrano, ama, garlic no deno, aquafum. Ebium, Obuon swa, preggers and say. A dorsuma on penny pampano. Into other plants at the account a support to blood circulation. No, a jojo say any manano. Maunumwa, Sebi, unti, a new mon pampine. The Juma decas yani say, Ubia, in fact, meet him where see. The Obeka San and say, Tachino, no, when a one pa. Dear, in fact, a stroke a born in Kaye, a brings a crass and to bring a gra. Eana, Razakano break. Eana, the body no hojo. Onya Amuzu garlic no mo a ebebie nintinimu na saha nyina afiri ho obu on numbness ne sai ase oso ejemu krampo onte ejane hye
ayi titiri
onya Amuzu garlic no mo a ebeboa ne pa obu wo high cholesterol like wado sade kakra onya bi no beti sade no so de wo high sugar level say friend be can diabetes no ono so no mo a eboa eno de eboas ema pancreas no ho ye dene ma sabi friends o diet mi twetwe sugar na ewodo no muntem ma ne sugar level tem bia na ewo normal obu onso obre wondem wada kesi pa no 2 hours 3 hours o bi na biu
mane na yehu
medase onya Amuzu garlic no mu a ne ho dwono kura ma oda sunda pa na ho na enam se eye organic nti any side effect biara even obi mpu a ebekitua bi because e be natural nyame adom media apeti herbal shop biara mu a bebia atu nru se to ne makoko a ubenye bi ato na wase nye bi atu eya ye ka se ye frunti na ebre nse ba se ukodi pa wi na se ya na aduane se atu se bedi na se udi na se usura na atu adwendwen kakra obu a ne ye frunti to mu ne ya obu a se nsi to mu na owu obu ase kom de na se bi na owu ebinum ka se na ye mukrokura ye soso anu ase etu ase
mi ye friend also no
correct mi jina bibidrofo anu maka se ye mukro aye oyster ye tu ase ye soso anu mi de adura mi di hu adura aba eviefo agi atum ye friend Amuzu K heba mixture de ye se obi a ne ye friend mu wo no emu tutu no emu sanfo no mukika no onya Amuzu K we nu mu a we wie kura se kro na ewo mu se fi na abamu ebe fi ni nyina fi ho na de fa hodie e de abre no edo din de Amuzu K heba mesha ewo dwaso na metaka de bia se obu ho anadwuma no eye wala tu wala sadwuma misuya haba adwuma through farming tama na miko kumasarikan ye makwan bia miko se mikodo miko UCC nyina na mikodo entisabi ye ka edro pa ye mi primary edro bibidro ye kodo na se wono ye ya dudo ya ni anoa na ya anom ade achi a ode akoye adwuma we na maka bom ede aye painkiller herbal ya to ni din amuzu p herbal mixture amuzu p herbal mixture so bi a ya opa ha no se general body pains pa o sim no ya me ya onya bi numu a ensese edi 10 minutes etwa se within 10 minutes wo se in fact ya no eno brease asem da e wa amuzu p ni se eye natural eye herbal painkiller anu wo dene but said the other painkillers no mo nya side effect no amuzu p ni bi if you say nyama di no eye herbal natural side effect bi anim me stan traffic dey so akanfo amuzu p amampani fo mu fie ko anim kakra oledi oluman enyina kofa sasabro ne ahututu odi abrel unya amuzu p no mu a ebebo o pa masabi saa yaw ni nyina akọ eya meka de bi ya se akamanya akwenya se bi anko tena be bi se UK akaka minim se be bu chintuntum ni ho bebu ho efin wo ho pa na so ena se on climate no eho enwunu nti aboa tuntutum nyini wo ho first class residential organ ha kona ko tena abunsan soro aboa tuntum be wi we nyakopon so abo ha mai bi so a ya kabo de ya duro asentuntum na so nyama asentuntum ekao na sa onye malaria no mu a ebeti akokora ya twin di amuzu herbal mixture die wanya malaria die ose typhoid de hano die ose jaundice hano die ose mini appetite bia for food unya amuzu herbal mixture no mu a ebeti we no mu kama when treat malaria within 3 days so onya to ba ko before say besa no no ho ato say u coronavirus so fura it will show negative ino mako na die ehu hia say o batafo nhie so wanye bi ato ko herbal shop eben u okuma so pe bi etu a u kodani herbal misty herbal pidanka omu nyina omu tu bi esenton bi ikof any colinac omu ashtown sasu na Brazil require Freddie Mens umokiu Accra munko okanshi drug lane na nabu achi ho Kens work Tinatet Repash and Halus omu nyina no omu tubi esenton bi opa amuzu p amuzu k amuzu heba anase amuzu garlic se mi se bia na ma ofre no de agin chirechiri mu no eye 0247 77 6743 0247 77 6743 na me traffic yesu atu wiase be manyina nkra se me dakra me gidie mu se be mati ase a ede kwanse be mawu se dia wonfie no enyini akoduru se dia amafo jojo se ejaja chedie na wanyina awie enye ye biom kajen se amuzu se ye be me enye ntini eye sabi enye dompe eye ntini se mu yemre na se onye donu tuetue mu be dini na the impeccable no the mamre your tight doors Ghana ha wiase adwendwen a agofa pressure ba nipa be ma pressure cost as bi na mani ntini mu asisi e ba sa moja do twasetimi sane ba be ma no wonya enti ka kra be ba ho mani peja be nam se en nurse with peja en che na adwo enti hypertensive men always have issue of what short time erection and say weak erection e bia uti me na pressure wo soro na ma obema sem kofo mu a doctor mu se bra ejuma etai ba etimuhunu bibiri obeka se ochina kwesi ada obenyam ya na obenyame deeper life ye nche kwata by 10 ya pon 11 na matrance e wotafo nshi aiso amuzu junction ni emburu market utie me na sese bi wo hawoju nsomu ye se process na ikese menkoyi enyezu ko ya obewu but ya na echesem doso dodo na yi a anu mate nke nyina ase agira dodo na yi a wo mo se omuni obeshi ya nso na mebiu dodo na yi a ema sebi omonye erection na emu emre ya de no bibidro timiye eye hunama kwa na sebi ayekese ye bibidro a wonomu a se process sen ebe hwenke ne kama me wayari fon ku abe 1500 omo process ashom kadita manfa inkonya bibidro na yimom ni pa na ebam ne ke twas kan hwe ne kese me twa na onu modu for just 21 days a ye twika ita na obadwun so kama enye nkonya se mu bia eye tumi ehya haban mu odia osi unyimi ni ya mame chi osa haban na ko titire no ase nya adwuma ana mu dada enti me doctor say menyi amewu dia yakra say utumi obi owo 45 years na akwa process adwiri adien ha no ehunam akwa ewo dwumadi edi enkoyi free honnom ehu aduro wo ho na in fact ye Ghana fo edie yenya aka ware awore nyina yawo ebi o ware bet sebi awo ne ma doctor say nkwama hu de ne wo fom doctor ne say nsuo no sebi esusa lab nyina kire say sebi nkwama no nya de betimi yawo ebi ni mukura anase esusa de make say the doctor ne kan fa nsuo no hu biara no minimu ye pa mi onu braba mako 13 na omu nyina support sperms mani nyini in fact en fa ho say the original call from me ka say inu haban 14 bomu a say Daniel ebeba say swanso a ebe kese adwuma metaye am year for the past 10 years in here in fact we are saying nyina jimi atum say ba be ma yare hwe a Dr. Musbejira Brane
engineer from Penny's doctor no
Pakope okay now my find say be a decent me dey say kakra say waka dey we ase say waka dey we ase nyina
sam Canada. Okay, so yede Dr. Amuzu wo Amuzu Heba Clinic na twetwe nkomo enwumbre wama yehu se yare ne de ebeba na mum kwan obefa so a obesa yare ne be kire se yare foforo aimu yeden beba anaso obenya wa yare sa na ho ato enti no se ne wabobo no numbers no na gu ho no obetumi afre open kiremu anase ope bibia benya bietu anase ope bia akoton anase oto akonom anase ope so ko hu ono a personally kra obetumi afre anase watu anamo na wako akwa akuhu no doctor
lawyer
me no dey di besi ha
yo
azembe ne twato ade jati fo
de me kama wiase me nyina ati asese be mati asia ni be ma no ni kwanse ewu yeti o kira kwase so de ne wo fom a ana sini trase ya open asori a no do ho abekire me oko de ne oko de no aso de a kwata ba 11 o'clock na matrase na me was special offer ema kwase dafo obi a oba kwase da bi ha lab no de che no okay enti wo betie lo hene jan bi a obeba kina no lab no be nyina ni ska wetwe nyina Dr. Amuzu odi a chew
eno ye free
donku a no beto
okay
me was ye e wo Ghana ha nyina latest one e wo boasi jeje
okay
enti hwe TV ni so nefa kura ebe wona ma ne frɛ so person frɛ me 101 dia frɛ me number 0247 77 6743 lawyer me dasi
you are hereby acquitted and discharged. Hey prof prof we expert application now you make it on we application expert one you know notice so actually okay
nice
document okay so Dr. Amuzu and I wote nka enwumbre yede na twetwe nkomo efa in papa ewo Amuzu Heba Clinic ne area wotumi esa Dr. Tano be ma kwaba
yes sir me jeso
boko de
nyame adom
na okay so enwumbre se na medi kan na badwafo atenase awaye ready na mene prince obri abo anidi kan sha now Dr. Francis Tando, who is a senior lecturer Garden City University College or her professor Masapon director research development research innovation and development Kumasi Technical University is also here now. Quickly share more brief comment on the flooding issue also our voter region, and then we come to the issues on board. Professor Masapon.
Good senior lawyer pesa do asibio na ya che abusuafo agimretie won mo hwe ye nyina ye mo bibia aju senior medical no ye de arachechesem ebe ma ye nuanu mu a omu akoka sa adwanim we are told say 9 districts in 4 regions and omuhu akoka adwam but tonfo no north central and south fono ena omuhu ewomu pa out of the 9 districts. But I mean kakrabia aso bia so anase ne ho akakodi adwa mu bia no ye fa Kessben afidie so ehye mu nkra chiche mu re natural disaster ye mpene sa so aba nti ye mamu shedding ye mamu yakochiche mu re eni je se mewom se senior okra ba kokura mpo ho nkan ye
was a natural disaster one. Okay.
Oh, any event emanating from a natural source
is a natural disaster.
Can be classified as a natural disaster.
Yeah. Okay. About law, it will completely different implications.
Anyway, this is not
meaning different implications. Force majeure.
This is not a force majeure. This is only a natural disaster, but not a force majeure. Force majeure, unannounced invasion of a natural occurrence, but we announced. In fact, senior me can charity for na infant to just say we nye di kan ni areas bisa aflade along the Volta River.
Okay.
Ade taisi.
Spillage na as a flooding no na cause.
Spillage na resulting in flooding.
Okay.
Ultimately,
spillage is human activity.
Yes.
Okay.
You see, whether they had spilled or not, there was going to be a flood.
Okay.
And the spillage came as a result of trying to salvage the dam, but the dam was going to overflow if they had not spilled it. You know, yeah. Maybe before I said the tough abomini say whatever. Say nipa ne be a dam no say yeah you in so na kwakoye ma broso. Eventually. Afie nyame adom in so na topa but sa na de aba akoba de say akoye man so abroso ma na ese dam no mu bie ne ade. Say me hwe say besi ne okra ba kokra ho nkan a na kire me say there was some level of notice. Ade no amaputupuru ameto anhye kromafo ne so anka bia na ajo da hwa ya say wodam na eye ma no ni den den kenye ne say na ye ka ye bonkomo ya sabio ya sem na ese but ye da nyame asese okra ba kokra nya yi. What it means is that there was some level of notice a survey along ade ni amanfo obisa ne say aden na bagredam sabio emfa Ghana fo nyina ho de ba se beba omu all the media houses ni nyina so mu notice ne komo ebo bia mane sabio mi bibite yi no ho a white voter na black voter no ho a meet my friend say what is our announcement we unti ya you say ye bebie dam no den em say anka say omuye fasa akwan no so akama Ghana fo nyina ye nyina yete anka at least the level of no casualty ne ma assess no ye nyina betimi aboa ma ebusu afo ho no ya boa in the notice dissemination no ni ade but nadmo for so muye ema membe de say ma antekra no a the outcome suggests to me say the people were on notice obi ani ho no mu a enso ni ekoto na asawramma na onna ne ho so no obi ada ne ho so the landscape the maritime base no eponase no ufri America ba ye ha say near the Atlantic Ocean is sourced from US na esania babes na akobo ase ofoni enti no drifted from west to east among for nso so to the net another ade bi to epoania ubon se eko free at western atoye ebesia kwa epue sa na drift enti udu elmina nomne Cape Coast nomne fort bebia ec castle no na castle ni sipum na offer the gate of no return na unya assassin fa na ntia so ukofukodo on street enso ne castles ni nyina achi akoya assassin kese ma hoda ho it tells you say kakra adini konti tano edadin wo baby a obopum because that is not a pressure is not there and so call ase hafo no kokohwe say area river water abopum ana say estuary adan ho baby ni the current the year the entity side way you prone to flood say yes spillage kra na ba na make say people who live on that stretch knows very well that every year there's some level of the way na koye kakraka because of the spillage okay enti omu wo coping strategy bia omude etena ho unfortunately na sometimes we be pa no omutimi ja ho abra the flood the in ho wo ya no masaba so ni ba pe omutimi movie away ho wo ya no masaba from bagre white voter black voter dey ba say afo nyina za na coping strategy bi ho sa we na koy overwhelmed
okay
na aban so atimi respond to it with a national level interministerial committee bi
o support one our call for a declaration of state of emergency or that area
since only cause wa to a the situation will degenerate and no there and kebenya good grounds to declare a state of emergency and the Kumasi am since only pretend kakra. I just hope say and ko talk say what side ho baby but committee no aside camp back ewo mepe ho baby ho ye epicenter na nkasa no the interministerial committee na my chief of staff down on omako si camp back wo mepe ho and back on so am say free national security officer umu they coordinating the entire activity. I think say it do baby ness we declare state of emergency they will not hesitate to do that. They see they acquire relief and they send a beya a month for now hono at least umu betom kakra over the period mebo the MP for North Tong Miaminia Sami Okujato Blakwa will handle the situation very well maturedly. Uti ni kasemo all he needs and all he cares is relief for his people. Ebi monso di omu di aye politics kakra Miaminia woyo me I'm sorry the South Tong as a central Tong ono so na no bi amfi no bi amehwe obeje de say not move go see how obi ansi blah blah please wow man for no ho akwajem no a little politics allowed but don't overstretch the matter munsu free wa unu Sami Okujato Blakwa ho very matured handling the keeping the eye on the ball so na me hu Sami Okujato Blakwa on care the whatever need the answer say Okwabrani bia asem ne ha de bia benya relief and he's focused on that. He's doing that in DC ye ne nyina ka bom beautiful ni ade yesre we bia so a wo mo bia betim de akobo asa hofo no enkachi aban ne ye na afam de interministerial committee akosi camp. A lot of relief systems have been put in place but keto bia so enti no ye go so achiche ye nuanom ne re
medase because Dr. Tanda ho doc the situation the voter region
I'm say the kind no the American say what is happening in the voter region no BSCC in fact by the time I'm much a dam na be seen then anytime you mu be no but as a country no and na make us say ye maya yensua de because we know say abeba into one nad mufo no see you who baby as ye be na se flooding ne ba because we share flooding no see what batanye baby a highlands areas no we share videos ukra mu twa ya baby mo ha flood na nka omo enti adan ye nimi say baby wo ha low line ye wo your friend is saying omo friend baby ansuo no to akogina ne ade te say ye krom ha sisi ahai ewura ne ade wa ha na ye fele wetland ni nyina ye fele ni nyina into such areas nka those areas nka see ye jane bebre because ye nimi say ye bie dam na certain areas will be flooded
nanya so den so na individuals ya na wo ye den a nipa no
say politics na etesa nanya so den because nipa no ye na ye punish no ana nka ye mfa politics nko share media anka nipa no ye obesuro but e bia nipa we be kwa ye punish no say o enam say party e na wo power enti no mo ye wo saa enti saa dia man to abama no ye party bi de oba bo say party panipa kase no akwa akwa na chi okay say if because these things are bound to happen ayade a ebesi menka say obi na wa hyeda kosi ne dan asi eho no ma saa dia na to no but eye say nke ye nyina ye hu say ye wo engineers wa ha ye wo water expert ne ade omunim say aha de nso to a ebeyiri te say dia ye wo hwe akra baby wa ye say earthquake prone zone and so still ye see dan asi ho
of course
ye wo emanya emra ne niama akwa na kosi na ye jai eman no mu niama nyina ya tete ye wom ye education na tete agu ye health sector say ne ye jai ni nyina ne ye de akọ ade a nka ye betumi a prevent because we no amba putupru ade a according to enkrofon ko say from May no mo start ma notice say ensuo no mo hwe level na anhwe ye gese mo bie emansuo no bi besen ko meaning say ye de niam agu akwan mankro ye wo wetlands bebra ye bia ebetumi a contain sansuo na enka flood na bia nkrofo ba ko mienu bi na anani paketo abi enka nkoye massive te say de sisi ye huni I say amai no ye jaya na asema ba ne yatumi ye de aye ne ye wra ho ne ye sere say tambia ye pese ye sere
say management ye manage ana
Sentembia because yeah, not two. South Volta River no. Yatna Omaya Yatiha, ya wonsu anti the largest artificial lake e wo wiase. Nsuo no etene na eyi nsuo eyi ma ewie pe no anu yemfa anya hwebio. Am say bi na broni ne bae na Mrs. Cotton obae na o say ode koya abeyi me na oje yesika kudi ye na. Ema omkrofo koda prison ho na yade no.
God is good.
But the same thing, the land is there. Ye import mo rice wo man mu ha. But nsuo na ebu kokwai. Rice nso hia nsuo. Nkasa nsuo we say rice farm na for manka. Am say be irrigation come up. Ade amaye. Wo hwe dia Chinese for na sankrofo di dua mu ya. Enka place like that na nka mu di dua. Enti nka dan na nka ye nso ye chese ye dia emfa ye ho kra. Ye dia ne say sisi aba say ye kokohwe ye mfa na yakwa set camp. Ye yi nkrofo na akwa kojo. Ye nya wie ye nso no wie ye pene ye jai. No bi akọ say ye nsuo kwan mu say de no bi ekosi ne dan ye ntumi nka nkyero bia ukoye na me na me dan bu ye no me na we na ye say no wanhwe ye pe na fear the politics abefam. It is up to us as a country ni ehu say ade we beba enye ndenko an beba. And as far as omo waterways ne de ebeba enti eye say ye tumi make sure say ya manage ye hwe ye even ye Kumasi ya na Kumasi flood wa ha enso na nsem ho nsuo top na flood because wetlands e wa ha nyina ya failing nyina bebi omu jai to ho say oh nka ha de ya nsuo to a ebetumi akwa gina hwa wo say bebi o ha nsuo to a etumi gina hwa 3-4 days wo bekọ no na nka ni nyina asan atwekọ and then crofo afele ni nyina enti wo hwe ya kwan ni bia nsuo nya ya say tope na ayira ba kwan. And it is up to us as a nation. Yemfa yemra no yemfa nya adwuma.
Okay.
Ekura emra no yemfa mra no nya adwuma. Onze enra na wo say omo frɛ lawyers bebre akoba. Yemfa mra no nya adwuma. Lawyers na aba no mba de nya sika. I said the mra no nya adwuma nti obi busu a ne yam kofa lawyer no obi defend no. Na ekura yemfa emra no nya adwuma. I say yemma mra no nya adwuma. Dan yensi dan nsi ha. Ghana fo nyina ne yeji atum say yensi nsi ha. Nti obi kosisi ho a enso ma na ewom no de waye bone ne yenyina ye defend no. Enti ya ma almost de esi ne de ya but mine ne yedi sankrofo no hwambo because yedi ye sha almost cement na ho aha na nyese yesi dan wa ha kosi no wa ha anasa aha say ne yeje ato ho say bia nsuo to a ana nsuo no busu a ebiba begina ho nti ye jai ho na ato ha see ye share say nipa sometimes bibi ho na so force nipa na oya beginning na wo force no ne de ya de ne bubuefu ne ade but later on no bo hu say na wo ye ne papa.
Okay.
Enti te say ya enka ya say bi bo wo ya na o hye wo komu din o say de no the same thing. Enti amane na yedi say ya nkrofo na omo voter region no ehwambo nti I think any relief bi ya say ya de mom no yemfa mom yemfa politics on to nchen eye Ghana for say omoto abama party A party B eye Ghana for the moment eye beto aba be no there is no party president of Ghana ye Nana Akufo-Addo ye nim ne party or ye Ghana president Ghana ne
only president ye adwen asem okoka e wo
oh there be say oka say omonto abama no ne de me de nka nye say oka say omonto abama omo ye Ghana for
na nye no ana wo kan
no say
as the president
of Ghana
so moto abama
so but ono de nka nye say oka say me de o say omonto abama me na eno de but or ye Ghana me Ghana president say Nana Addo Baha won to be control exams on kase wo de na wo kase Ghana president natural say wo president a wo pe no dia otuma na nya ono no ye president ye Nana Addo Dan Akufo-Addo ono ye president of Ghana enti asem bi esi Ghana ni nso a o se o se o ka asem bi say oswe no o say obe defend Ghanaians bia Ghana ni bia o ye US president o kodru Israel no say on the baby US ni bia wo no ne dia ne say obehwe the same thing na Ghana so te enti eye Nana Addo asede say Ghana for say eba ne say yesika no bi ni be hakra ne say Ghana fo nyina ne yekobobosia na yenkrofo no mo ho to mo a then we have to do that.
Okay.
Ye wi a ne eduru ye political time and then the politics bi obi apɛ no na waye
Do you support one hour call say declare state of emergency or that area?
I don't think it's a drusa.
Oh, I don't think that's us. Medasi. And you bring uti empenyi for they are highly educated. Prince Obri Yabua is an economist. Dr. Francis Tando is a senior lecturer. Professor Asma Sapon is a senior lecturer, and he's a director for research, development, and innovation at Kumasi Technical University. Yeah, drink Ghana home in Yumbri and I Ghana sem. Now straight away, young share the tango, and I say the abeto a national security minister Sama Okokaye if as wana wosia de bi ewo my Ghana Ghana for wo gidie ni arehwemu ewo mumu wo kasa Ghana for egidie edurumbre bi a nsenkaya a wo ka no ya na obo embellish no omo de bi batabata ho me ye kind simple e be ka say omo twa ntro kakra no kre kakra no de ntro kakra fam na okase anhweni ya san tron kakra sa na trende o social media na youth na fa ne say no kre wan hwe ya e breeding ground for ade a enkoboa ye man na no na owo ne say yenye careful but okaye no University of Ghana, Professor Ransford Jampo, president of University of Ghana, UTAC for so Ede Nanu Yidi Ede Abase, Papa Nankasa ye, and some more kind, na any so can say and all that. Civil society organization, individuals, media, any no. Now, young share, they also a draw line between freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and they say, yes, say, you better protect national interest and national security issue ya abeda osisia me sha say in free France Prince Obri yeboa ya Prince
and can lectures for hey what they shall say me
they shall say for also so o can also we public discourse you speak on national issues
doc muaso anyway lawyer social media abasetena and BBBA ni ho a yebetimi aye amana yeye meka say so hwe economic hardship you go through na the best way to ease yourself from that hardship is to get the data o data nko ade Ghana ore enye den enho na emre akodu say niema ye di ko social media no ye regulate the content ni den ebie not long ago say na otwemi ni na me tro de to me status busa say national communication NCA for mo hen because na maami bi de agrada la fache me say me go wronger he was making a comment about Osubempa prophet ana me the content of the message I a man quite pass it through your social media mono your Facebook no me I realized that on my way despite all the loss na ye wono ye hear something unique I besabo ye ndie no ban na enye ono nko a ye nua ba keto be de abra kokko ase hwan kokko bi
abra kokko
se wo hwe content wo de ba ya na e ya asefem
abna de no say osofa from bipolar na the bipolar no ba na wa ye generous na wa ye generous na enkrofo so wa ye generous ya donate the bipolar no ba donate videos na no e ba sa na afrade ba bia
want to be on control driver next time but the woman say National Security Minister ne concern na we raise here na to larger extent do baby amene ne den eya adwene se issues ni bi ohono ma ye lecturers na say a churchrefo no ebro no out of proportion but the meka ne say omu na impart knowledge it depend how assembly be si ahyewa fa ansana watimi react say asem we no ekoya na asanye dankwe but in some meka say the current regime under the Nanado tenure, the academia has been very accommodating and very tolerant to the government. Near to Ghana, proud to 2016 election. So now she near Sodema former president Mahama. Now they to and only few people, only few lecturers, and then Kasa. First, who saw TV, who saw radio, you were even having the clergy saying all manner of things against the governance system of this country. But nay, do an ayedin. And also in Chess said will be a babon tiabecabiani then many the national security minister adwene. So there are some content in Ibio I am regulating. Medical site example. Social media bano. Now it was meant for specific and near my interactive but ne a money making venture. Obiani mi say me the wrong content but one no say me nyan kofa mo ma follow nko ade a why don't I do it and no necessary mind no ye me ani eden ekọ ho ne eden ye check here na say wo dey call in the media sensor enei aboa ma niema bebre first na nke hye a obi ntimi nhunu no ene eba abonten but the one negative aspect of social media me amete he mani nye ho kra yenua bi ho akire na ohia moa no and the Ghana ni prefers obeyi phone e dia video ahokire na ni nua ni kom no dan se obeko into the rescue. So in summary, just very brief, no majama lecturers and any woman minister their boss on say there are aspect of it that needs to be regulated. But ma a church for Emma de me honorable by Kandapa me krom ni no but masem ne say teacher for the moye first na mo kan no kra ma ye ni bie ye ne ya betra ha no mo nkoso anye den enka no kra social media ne de me kan no certain article ne electoral commission kra so call for certain regulation
na me electoral commission so concern and say sa ensema ya na empayinfo bi a okasa youth no eji wondie pa kan sem bia ya anye careful election 2024 no ansha na abe hayen sebia paimu bebeka se o ahaye wia bamu ha mo ankwa ye. I mean, like the tendency says statement like that no betumi akofa oye ne ede ya brain
la ma me no kana no ntum
okay
omuma ye kwan na ye ntena radio suse niem ye nka yakoma so asem
okay
na ye hontoye dan se ye bekwa akotwen sekai ene etuo se wo hwe de akoso wa amani bi mu a. You see, former Chief Justice, domestic debt exchange issue ni by Omo Peketin was it some time back they were gagged. Now only freedom. I think that at the back save Ghana's democracy this media space and social media na ban. And any planet to one near ban and yadrin crown or so cameras in Hoswa or Canada we are. Ama buying credit me who need trimupo. First, you know. Nanko bia she sumasi no eden odidwa or plan ya no mobilize domano then they strike. That was one of the main reason why na coup eden ekoso man me say electoral commission already eniema bebre o ha wa demonstrate dia kire Ghana fo a dodo na no anasa Ghana fo bi ewo gidie se ekwan a wafa so manage the affairs of electoral commission kran enye kwan papa so entina oba kasa yensan regulate social media then you fuel the perception that upese oboa obi mane den area election. I'm sorry, Ghana no maye wom last week I was outside of this country me ko US in London na me ko heda ni patima na me ba ha ye kra ye hiafo no we have a nice space utu kwai so me ba ha bebre nti da bi om no kasa wo ho anam ho la US die there so ba he London die. I'm sorry,
London so BBI
respect to Miniam UK Osha they don't even have social life. Say na nwumre ye wi amene doc ne prof ye betimi asi fo akwatena asafo agege ani ho ahwan no omu ya party wi ye de ho abagim
be careful
ye de ho bagim omu frɛ no man frɛ no once ye na o de so frɛ no ye beku ba ye ho ebi ni ho yes the economy is very hard for us to bear. The only source of entertainment I DJ ni social media no.
Okay.
Say content ni binya they should regulate it. But say ubeye bibiama the source of information ni be say there who scheme ni man I'm afraid. Wama we yenye ready say o baby a yepese yekọ aha na yepese yetina
maybe that's Prince Obri Yeboa and wutie no enwumbre. He is an economics. He speaks on economic and national issues. Menko Professor Professor Masapon Honame me go jina jentre Prof he na yen draw line no sir. National Security Minister concerned and say Professor Akasa de Professor de and I say Nasema Okano wunyina so based on facts. But opeso chese mpempi no so ya na ye dibia tetete ho na yufu na kofa no to the extent say bi ka say Ghana kra no situation e wo other countries o mo de ayeku no kra ye de no kra brusa kra mpo as if say inciting people say nke be ya yenyeku and all that. But okasa no Professor Jampo say on kana no ntum na mo ni so ye bibia suggest say aban no person ogagi obi ase wo ka obi krabo a hye ne yem se me man nka na asem obi a rice obe ka na asem se ne person ka no na se ne Mr. Prince kan o ka wi a na che se why okay why fine. Where do we draw the line? National interest, national security versus the freedom of expression and freedom of speech.
Great.
Papa bin a kind maybe former president.
You can have
freedom of speech and expression they say guaranteed.
Yeah.
But the freedom after the speech they don't to me guarantee now.
Good.
Bagana we have all.
Senior.
EDME for you.
Obumi enu nyina correct. Professor Jampo is advocating say member comments beside free minister Homa as if he wants to gag, or I mean with some tendencies of gagging people, especially professors. And Professor Jampo is right. Sana minister so right because or share with the lens of national security. Sabio ninketwa esisi wo baby emejato okuru bebre so. Ni mun keten. And then kasa ka ye friend is saying Uganda your friends maybe Kigali Kigami we Rwanda no money adia. Yen nin ketwa bi nin little of those happen. In fact, free professors for okra ho ne bae. Emma or my ni muche say who. Yes, me obi ameje freedom of speech di. And that is why I will always go with Professor Jampo when he stands for freedom of speech. But mestre enyumre obi a wo tie bia no ntem mienu pe na mpese meka. Number 1 the spirit of a university professor. Enu ye 1. Na me wi amaka number 2 freedom of speech. Baby esa ode nyansa express freedom of speech. That part. The spirit of a university professor. Ofi adesuase a unim hwe na fe usua nti usua bibia bi. Unyini na fe usem. Ebi odun say we cry no mu dey that. In fact, unyina states of matter. You know there are 3 states of matter until you get to higher learning, when you get to know that there are even up to 5 or 6 states of matter. Statistics who take a decision. I was taught in statistics, statistical decision making. In statistics consulting, you have 2 errors you can make when you are taking decision. Either you make a type 1 error where you free the accused or the committed rather is freed, and then the innocent is jailed. And now say you commit type 2 error where you fail to jail a committed person. But oko higher learning you get up to type 3, type 4. There are no 2 types of errors. There are more than 2 types of errors. Now you be free na the big kahun. Sabi yesi so yen bi hon mu ana ye ka fa ye hudi ebi mpa ye nti ase wunyini no na nti academically no o rise ya to a certain level after you change from being a fault finder to a fact finder. Obeye you lose the interest in finding faults, and rather you promote establishments of facts. Enti say nipa no so we do the level of a professor. Number one, near say characterizing and say he sees not the wrong, but he establishes the fact. And now we say to go baby. Then you list the facts, and then you profess recommendations or solutions based on the facts before you. Issue near then. What are the facts? Open academic analysis kakra. Previous cases I see yes similar then because you're a professor. You are a professor. You know what I mean. Professor, you must have bits of knowledge of almost all the thing in addition to your area of expertise. May professor of research design and data analytics. My life in me statistics, research and data analysis. I'm a professor of research design, but I tell you, I have bits of knowledge of a minimum. I will take my time. I will never spill out anything that is not factual, just so I protect the spirit of the university professor. Mestre, yes, you are granted freedom of speech. In the university crowd, you cannot even stop anybody from speaking. We are vice chancellor now. You are a colleague. You are a honor boss. Yes, we are colleagues, and one of us is leading us. In front of a professor.
Primus inter
pares. Yeah. I've sat in a meeting where the vice chancellor was addressed and asked to sit down. Like, we are colleagues. One of us is leading us, and yes, assembly in the university. So we guarantee freedom of a debate. I say the spirit of a university professor is not to pinpoint faults and be now when you do social media so faults on now find about are you a university professor? University professors don't do that.
Okay.
They limit stressing faults, finding faults, but they establish facts. Obeko University professor pages no. Eso kokonya something that is factual, clean, foolproof. You may not like it, but it is the fact.
So that is when our casa as academic person, somebody in academia. But if so, he's as person to or casa say, ebia or express the thought as a Ghanaian. I also say na onka na asema. Ebia ohana radio station be a friend so prof na demonstration ya nkrofo ikoye uhunu say now a jabia gum as talking as a political animal and permissible
senior lawyer there is no way you can decouple yourself from your in-depth knowledge and the new person God has made you as a lawyer. Yes, I wedding nkrofo be humble. They will come and see the comment and immediately ask themselves, lawyer, then the more than your lawyer nobody kind because Sebe, God has elevated you from one stage to the next. Go with that responsibility. Mestre, you are normal university professors. Yes, some professors are politically aligned. Then they there. But even in your politics as a professor, try and at least stay about 90% with the facts, other than just saying adi. My second bit of the submission, I mean, see from na Rebi. Let me say, freedom of speech. Let us be guided when we are addressing issues of the following nature. Scenario, ni dikai. Una so you freedom of speech, then now kasa. Now kasa ne fa anything religion hua. Osumu osumu then hu na wo ye ya. Mestre say, take a minute and think twice. Sebe, assembly before anu babia say for some who aya adwene ho ansa na waka. Now it has a very high potential of dividing us or disturbing our peace. E betimi ama yasumdwa ye wo say o man no sebe akwa ho kire kese mu. Religion eye one. Number 2 eye ethnicity and tribalism. Nipa mu we free ha kasa mu nyi mu ne den sebe nyame free ni nyansa mu na obo wakani e na obo obi nso ebia nkrani ana enzima for ya kanfo ebia obo agbeni ana nkrani ana sremuni o kasa na so ye professor o believe in freedom of speech or not o do baby na kasa na yakofa tribalism who am say take a minute and think twice about the things you put out because the temptation or the tendency of destabilizing your peace as a people. Religion, tribalism or ethnicity, and the last one is politics. Sa niema miensa we o kasa na sabio example keke na mema wo ye A+ na obi sono logo otitimu a sabi uteki 1 minute dwene ho a nke bia nka be hu se ebinom nso interest no kra yeto aba over 6 million votes for the umbrella, over 6 million votes for the elephant. Why would you go that direction without thinking twice, knowing very well say I'm sure it may inflame passions? So be if you go that direction. Summary, senior lawyer, makan say me no me so a university professor. There is a spirit that guides that profession. Nyame peja wa do the level of a professor. Me say you stop finding faults, but you stick with the facts. Fact, people may not be happy, but scrampa the person nipa na onye happy no for say bia wakati na aba na bibi keke, but onu nyina ya just said this is a fact. Stick to the facts when you get to that level. Now, number 2, in your display of freedom of expression, be mindful of issues of religion, issues of ethnicity, and issues of politics. E do one more, I spend the 1 minute be na dwene ya o ba be ka no bi onya sa wetimi ase o man na sumdwe. Senior Midas.
Man is born free, but everywhere he is in chains, so says a philosopher. Doc.
Yes, sir.
Many your thoughts on this issue.
Yo, my mean twice will be Prof. Jinaeno. Who's the last assembly say 3 times na for here. Na me starting my lecture be na me new student. As I'm catch on say me nyama me no pen na me discuss religion and a tribe. Politics they made discuss because be when this nipa no we change akoye MPP ni nti omo de no eya na say kwam mu kakra but ade won't me change no wi ase or religion eh den nkofo to me change but religion I say no na am a professor andwen am a nimpa andwen ye ka religion asema nimpa andwen ho ye ka tribe asema ai eno de eja betumi atosisi a apart from that me class apart from that the other baby be discuss it but eba no religion na ye ato nchen eba no tribe pe na ye ato nchen because eno no objectivity nim because won't mean kasa men kasa nti akanfo in fact o kakura wo de wa no beka ba wakoma ndi akiri similarly won't mean fra ahuna ni say on kasa nti ahunafo obetumi de na no aka but na koma nya dai ndi akiri the same to religion. Nti Israel ni Palestinian issue obi a na obeka me say hey yet Ghana ha boko crisis cry and solve ye nti what dey ba Ghana solve your crisis e wa mean to me because yen to me discussing dispassionately nti obi akofa ba me ni obi anam na onya na hu ni say me say mpacho me yen to me your crisis e go my mo cry and solve wi na yet me akọ hey Middle East yen hwe Ghana ade ni yen wi because yen to me discussing sa na their security minister kan no me menene nya adwen in the sense say professor ne kan asem no wetia ma fact no yemfa fact no ye were rejoinder ye wa asem so bi kan asem no wan kan no kure na let the person know say wan kan no kure no these are the truth entina in academia no se wo ka wo ye wa ade na se obi nti ase entina ye nko ho no prof achro ade menti ase am so metro ma counter
you do a critique
that is it
okay na dia wo be kan enkoye critique a ebe ko viral. Now, what tendency to inflame passions in people to do and maybe you can't go back and take it because by the time say be a rejoinder whatever it is a trigger the
there are people who can be permitted to commit the error for people to come and correct them but who do the level of a professor Sebi you don't commit the error. Sebi o nyamfa to ho no be the facts e wom naba take your time and rather find the facts and put it there. Unse levels so the requirement for a lecturer kete you should understand if you want to move from assistant lecturer to a lecturer but if assistant lecturer na so go senior lecturer best start to say stretch you say now if senior lecturer person call professor crowd and then bobo so responsibility comes with it into try and as much as possible present the facts.
Yes,
professor we obemfo sabron sam.
Who's that? Security minister say professors in biase dey you money. Nti bi ho a professor we yinani. We yinani. Nti sa ni bo na yinani no. I say the fact na bre no.
Na baby asai ko
na two yaka say there is freedom of speech but there is no freedom after speech. Nti say professor ni di intro. Na say e yade a prosecutable. Why don't we go ahead? Why don't we go ahead and then do that so that and yes ye gage nipa no but say memete ha na maka say ebia economy of Ghana no ebia we nye ABC and dia some make an nyina no fact bi anim na so mo yi fact ni nyina ba still menji ntumi dia then where I am supposed to be sent to no esa mo de meko eno no enche say the nation is gagging anybody into me certain say as far as say ye mo bia kwan onka na asem na emom no if you are knowledgeable in academia no one can say we a professor na wouldn't no cry you would even find it because paper bia obetro no me whenever I'm writing a paper I am very careful because the obetro no ochina won ba be hu sa paper no because that na pa no choose that paper we and na yentua de cry no ka kire esa no you have to be very careful na sisi anso cry social media ba no ensame nsai unya aka na odiko to social media de ebi wa baka se wapulu ni da no bia atwe ato baby oh ha na yasan dia be yete ha na politics your friend say ebi mu ko vetina omo bomba de omo we issues say oh na your political talk ni ade but as a professor as an academic because ye adwuma ne say in fact adwuma no kra wo academic work ni say adwuma ni sika nim say who read the your friend is saying Adam Smith ne the word of nations asemo kan say adwuma bi te say teaching adwuma forces adwuma police soldier ne ade ne nyina sika nim a service enti first na ade ma professors and ni say what me the idea bi aba enkrofo use saa adwen no and ade wan o de aba wiase no eboa mi nipa ama na ye na ade enti say wo kọ na say wo de enkrofo ye na eboa nipa wo de anya no ana wo ye then you have certain motive and crank to akra na baba abe prove wrong as you move along intermediate to me as you would true you be catch a professor they have to be but we are professor and we are academic and nobody should tell you to be truthful because consistency and am we lecturer no once more be no you need to be consistent
you're stretching from professors near the best civil society organizations media panelists I will call radio shows and talk shows and all that like obibia be
good
false propaganda nipa no nim say asema okay enye no kre but obeka if ebe man political advantage just to say ebe team krofo adwen de aba ene ma bi so ebia na enye sanity
o say entina make us say there should be something like nipa na kasem na enye no kre why don't we confront the person with the fact young man opportunity say masa akwa obeka no bia matena ha maka asem enye no kre then the fact should be confronted or modeba na Dr. Tando say na woka asem na woka na nya no kore A B C and D so we insist then the next level must be given to you won ebi mo shada ye hu say amai na yetim no especially during political seasons there omo kan sem ni bebre hu say asem woka na nya no kore but individually bi or individual ones in the bi one was afa because me kai say was it honorable Hackman or so ebi mo ode journalist bi kwa court ne ade ema mo ho kire omo pa
I think Jojo Bruce Kwanza
good any ade they were lying they were lying and whatever anti court ebutia omo correct but if you pen asas oh you person ye gage ade eno no nya gage no wan ka wasem ye wan ka no correct but if you are in academia now civil society now say but we say asem okaka because say bio ade ba ko eden yes integrity there eden say obetumi a repair you what say nipa no na and then crowd the social media say me be ka no asisi ana ebi wo beti we rejoinder no kwaa den onte enti say nipa na be ka asem no na enye masa they all kind say netie these are the fact or say still on gintuma I think that the next level must be taken and you say because the minister ka say ye appeal yes say nimpa no by convention economics when you say nimpa so odin say that and ye law no emra na ema nipa act war by convention and you say ye nyina yete say bio we are capable of doing a lot of things but usuro say ye bechew usuro say oba ho bechere no anasa enti will conform and follow what society wants na say ye dey jam na ka say appeal the professor has said a lie confront him with the fact and no say you are witch hunting
electoral commission the consensus are war or the same force and false propaganda, false information, and sign try said the try in him sentence and no or cause for concern now express nana or justifiable.
Mame no I say Crawford can and some file electoral commission there. Of course, as a leader of the electoral commission there, and some electoral commission there, so no can. But and some ben na more can enye no cre. Oh, as they should I saw mama or communication team in the PROs no, and you're very active. Because you see the moment to be jai ama acquire them void be better hope. And Crawford be share acquire na ba better honim. And most of the time, they be information, no community need hear information, and so that information you farm more, and you farm more, people will just fit into that, you know. But you were avenue be a nipa ni me say me hwehwe sa information me call epe egu ho. Sa same way when am friend pe me sabeka me then of course propaganda se ne ade no omunya kwan emfa but electoral commission ho omkrofo yi assembly koso omunkasa je say propaganda se na kan na kosi be bia ansa omaba be yi
also we proactive
proactive
okay
and abane sa obi woman says people will twist things and they want to me money bank ndi no kura ni nyina but at least ebe minimize it
okay
nti on there omunya active no munjai
Bemeda semese aba wonchen democracy jumade na wo share enwumbre wo sign eti enwumbre wo Kessben radio wo sign FC live or Facebook live. We also live on YouTube. We're live on our social media handles enwumbre. Professor Smart Sapon ewo ha, Dr. Francis Tando ewo ha, Prince Obiri Yeboa ewo ha. Lord, good evening to you. I am Mami Bruni, sending you a message from Sewia Junction. I support Mr. Obiri Yeboah. We love our country, Ghana. We don't want any trouble. Oh, Ghana, they are hired. Baby, anywhere I'll be to send Ghana. Yeah, so Ghana is a beautiful country by all standards. So now this. All rich politicians are thieves. But Canada uses his stolen money. Oh, okay. I will not even read that. Please. Meaning basis I will can say on some now. Laura, thank you. Permit me to commend your panelists for their eye-opening campaign against professors who engage in peddling falsehood. I am Muhammad Ali Bant from Ayensuano. It is indeed refreshing to learn that young professors like Professor Smart Sapon are determined to conduct themselves in ways worthy of the status of professors. Thank you also for your message. Oyibo Kwarteng from Nyerebehin says Dr. Bawumia is the people's choice. Dr. Bawumia ni MPP ni Oyibo Kwarteng Nyerebehin sends us this one. Okay, so good evening to you, Lord. The ruling party MPP is capable to remain in power till 2040 because the opposition party NDC don't have anything new for Ghanaians. And delegates remember November 4 is an endorsement for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Okay, he says. Now, we are coming to that issue quickly. We'll address that issue quickly. Those calling for soldier government are uncivilized. The soldiers are they not Ghanaians? The mindset we give to politicians when soldiers take government, they will do more than what democratic governments are doing. Let's enjoy our peace. God has given us. Owura Kwame Victory Land sends us this message. Okay, I get the drift of your point. This one's good evening to you, lawyer. I am Anas Issa from Tech, MPP all the way, BMW all the way, he says. Now, this one says... Teacher Bounty Killer, incoming assembly member for Ofuase West electoral area. Good evening to you, lawyer Ohinijan. I totally agree with the man in your studio. We must let the system work in Ghana, period. Big ups to Ofuase West electoral area people. Campaign what shall I say? Of course. Papa Lord, good evening to you. My name is Emmanuel Osei from Ahojo Sokoban. In fact, the Akosombo Dam spillage has really destroyed properties. Please, so our leaders can't they do anything to store the overflow water and use it for other purposes after the rain season? Dry season next, we farmers will cry because it is not raining. Hey, Ghana. The ideas of Kwame Nkrumah was good. So, but our current people, not, he says. Okay, God have mercy on us, he's added. Thank you for your message. Now, audio for no them sermo. Yana munim se audio no. Good evening to you, lawyer. I am Sir Mike from Ejinase Methodist Basic School. Lawyer, I think we should be more careful about how we are dealing with the spillage issue. For once, we have to treat it as a national issue and stop politicization. Thank you, and I say thank you also for that message. Okay, 2 minutes and I'm back to studio. This one says, good evening to you, lawyer. Please, Nanado and Baumia, same ship. They have made most Ghanaians poor. Dennis from Kumasi sends this message. Oh, okay. You are giving it to one of us. Well, I'm sure I totally agree with you. I'm not gagging you, but I have a problem reading the content of the message as it is. So please forgive me the way you have described one of our own who sits on TV and the way you are describing him. If I read the way you have sent it, it will also not be fair to him. So please pardon me. That, you know me, I will say it as it is, but because it's a personal attack on him, I'm unable to read it. Good evening to you, lawyer. My name is Ras Chacha from Yape Central Gonja in the Savannah. When politicians are lying to the public, the prof should let them know that they are lying to us, but they will keep quiet. Okay, I'm sure you also get the drift where he's coming from. He says when politicians are lying, you profs should come out and boldly expose them. Do we truly have professors in Ghana and it's been run like this? Hey, your professors pa. Okay, so lawyer, let Professor Jampo destroy the country. Nobody cares. After all, during the revolution period, even universities were closed down and profs were sent home for years without pay. But we farmers had the liberty to do our work. I'm sure you understand where it's coming from. Also, most said our farmers there. Because you are numbers of us. So, good one there from a farmer. Lord, good evening to you. I always commend you for bringing deep thinkers to your show to enlighten us. As for Dr. Smart Sapon, I will name my incoming baby boy after him. I can't stop listening to him. Teacher Tommy Kenya sense that one. Okay, good one there for Nkrano Obenya Banana. Well, teacher Kujo Tepanyina Susu says the NDC people don't have message. All they know is to distort the president's speech and use it as a campaign message. Your NDC ruled Ghana for 27 years. You saw the spillage without taking action. Even money meant for Keta Sea Defense War was stolen. You have nothing to show your World Bank, and it's not, and that is not painful insults more than what the president said. Okay, justification here as it were. Now let me come back to the studio. Let's discuss the last issue on the table. November 4 is just around the corner. Mr. Asimfiri process must happen. November 4. So far
good. By this time, 2 weeks from today, Sisi Abobe 8:35. And na watching mienu say ne by this time dear. Na ejabo na ejanya abedu. Umbepo elections no around 3 o'clock. Inti acha kwata by 4-5 there. Na regions na start take camp boom ni adia ma na baby a. So sign the body hunu ba kochire na. Oyenye hu baby odi akwa process no echo 2024 no. Enwa na fi ase August 26th. Enwa na to November 4th. And after November 4th, parliamentary for also the bet was near NDC have been through the process. Constituencies are craving a car, NDC has started a free honum. By MPP themselves, you know, must start a full scale process. No parliamentary candidate back Ukraine one more MPP yes at today. You say be no more on a post near identity. You can say the automatic parliamentary candidate, but officially the process hasn't gone too far with the MPP. And the American say, Sabio. Kasakasa beba, then beba, but the party must remain united after November 4th. So unity ni beti mi abaswa, nejina kwa nkura wofa so a woma kasakasa naba. Aha, se me katamani abubo ye ma katamani eti ana so wi ama bepa wa chawde. Ebia na child fachen de beti mi da chawba ebia na enfiri mitim. Aha, nti they should guide the process towards November 4th, no, very, very well.
Post, I mean, besides, Osha and Nema Ben Pan a key consideration. So do also to for ma. Our delegates, Sebejina Swato, San November 4 Abbey.
Okay. And I usually a Nemano, me and son, nine bisa. Near the kind, you see, there's a conflict between management and leadership. So, manager, and not necessarily a leader. They are not 10 line be that inside her. And it will be one more your manager. And now my vision, I say, and the other manner own the crab. But then it goes beyond manager to a leader. I'll bet me I put it together, the spirit around. I make sure that the environment is conducive. There is peace at home, there is unity at home. Ubia challenge kakrab me and so Ubia has been considered. In fact, that be nyame yaga na adom ena ka yenya obi a both the leadership qualities and then managerial qualities agangana nkebeko ye nimpa. But it appears say sometimes we miss the two up and think say once you're a manager you're a leader or once you're a leader you're a manager. Until let's take note of that, and I'm sure say MPP delegates will be looking at who in addition to being a manager can also be a leader.
No osha nipa na e4 na ejina na wo de wani hwema wo hu obi a ibetimi aka say or both say or possesses qualities of a leader and also qualities of a manager. Do we have among the we know do we have some or and I say ebi obi and I say obi a ni bi and I say ebi obi and I say
senior lawyer, two things, and I'm answering it because it is you who is asking. Yes, okay. Like I've decided to stay away because there can be reading meanings into it. But I'm answering it in such a way, say as at now nipa phone you will be no more ni managerial skills were putting far ahead of the leadership skills. Okay. And they will be no more leadership skills have been put far ahead of their ability to manage. And I said their management skills. And the ABA, a friend of dominance and the recessive. Me who e be no more dominantly managers. Any quite professional results. And they will be so more dominantly leaders. They try to lead. Concern about everybody, bring everybody around, unity, blah blah blah. But I don't just say nipanwa or managerial adino or demonstrating only a recessive leadership abilities. And then so just say nipanwa so dominantly a leader. Or position who as a leader no doesn't have a recessive managerial abilities.
Agro we were being mupai. Wako only delegates and more encounter than anybody. So share so far. Kita udi one delegates edieno or omo adwim no omo hwan no omo pe obi sa obi owoden.
Oh, munya ni menu nyina nkompo both manager and a leader. But it appears say what the MPP is going to look for is a leader. Okay. Yeah, let me say this thing to all the four candidates. Where be our dominant managerial but a recessive leadership, no. Try and reverse it and rather project leadership more than, because November 4th, the MPP is not going to look for a manager They're going to look for a leader.
A leader.
The managers will come and work for the leader. Omampeni Bia under this democratic dispensation, you are supposed to be a leader. Now we're appointing managers to do the work for you. Then you identity. But Mestre say going forward, people should project more of leadership because a leader, flag bearer, leader no in November 4th. Do you across your there you may need the team.
Answer na be few as the time no ya bi. Answer na be few so far no. O delegates no omo your adwen awia na say wo sha dodo na no undecide undecided.
Or rather dodo no amum na decide.
Me da say me doc.
Yes sir.
The same question.
The me can say sa NPP election we no. Omo buafu. No omo a omo ho atom. E na omo sa na election ebeye. Party omo party na wo so but obi mu buafu. Dia ne buafu bia no o bebi obeto na abo afa.
As a delegate.
Dia ohun say ne ho ato no wo aban we mu no. Ano so bebi obeto na aba afa. And this year campaign na yet say ye mankrofo bebre buafu no amo ato ama. Dia ne omo buafu no amo akọ omo lie. Ana so say ye project mankrofo bebi ay say oh party no ye de ahoto abre party for nti they should vote now. Nti once I watch a campaign now, watch a with the exception of Dr. Baumiana, all the others, you know, I am more say more attack or Mancasa government, and now more attack to make a lot of the delegates and say, I'm part. Yeah, because a party in Kraba and one Shayen, yeah, crab party for no crying, who the echo. Into Sadia, ye per se, ye party for no and grassroots delegate no ya pese de monjemo party ensi ho na aban no so pese omo ye as Dr. Baumia group no so pese on say oh ade no de em said the way MPP party net and one ye de ko nti se mo de momma yen follow procedure no sa na sisi election akoye nti na ma I say the three other candidates ye fa Kennedy Yafa honorable Adenimu ne your friend is a great minister. Omunyina no I said they are hitting the government.
Omo hitting government.
Omunyina hitting government no because there are a lot of speeches in name omu kanyina na wo sha omanka say hit omanka sa aban.
Akufu aban.
Aban. Say eneme bu aban na nye one and especially for their delegates because say be crowd to because I say we are pay juma and the omoba mon kan je omo say omo call online because mo ko pay juma no omo say mon ko apply online into mo call online into they just want to make a lot of people angry and the angry people will vote for those people.
Okay, no mu we na party no or after November 4th then what happens?
Say omo no ma within the party no no I say oh aman we na mboa yen enti moma yen form enti most of them will be akwa yenje your party nsi ho yenje party nsi ho ye je free hwan ho
okay okay very interesting angle but masana be call a prince on me bisa say okay yeah na the idea say after November 4 no whoever wins no the party will have to campaign and party no nkwano on its own no with the fortunes in a party na nkasa wonu to me and we any power intimate retain power so if it is only about we there then how is the party itself going to win an election no sa consideration no consideration
of the promise na sa niam no omo wie pe de obelusu bia obeboka enti e be friend na atenafi omo bet friend na atenafi say president Kufuor ka say party wa ban ma yes say na we a messenger kra yes say we a general secretary
okay
our opposition
me ba me ko prince so akaba
omo be from akasa
ba ba ti prince
lawyer interesting dynamics na otwemi ni se ne ejebu oba bedu am yehu de kuntunu na se fidie ni hwa ye kotoye na the dilemma of the party no is to cure certain perception be as against dealing with the realities. One say MPP political history, you know, we are being told is founded on 3 blocks down Kwabusia Dambo. So we have a certain group of people who believe that then their other group must also benefit. But as a somebody a finance background economist say me ye deep analysis about the aspirants na kana me catch you say MPP for ebeji no krena tum ni ahwe the economic realities here ye go through na dey to aba, then the message of candidate Japan is more appealing than any of the candidates, you know. But it looks like their thinking goes beyond Sanyamawi. And he said, "The dog can, you know. The delegate ni share no mu make decision. Ya na say woman ya free ni bisu omu to abani wi ansa na woman ya eden aba omo so. Enti abana omo koto no a straightforward fight between Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and candidate Japan. Said kind of those who are the certified say. Now so far me follow omu campaign na besineno. In fact, my main say I sat on live studio my sister radio station and my predicted say Yura Lanchamate be resign. And truly it came to pass. People were trending that message. And why her free mono ama tempo no ayeden akofom. Tempo na ye after 24th August the way na hit ni wo mu no akofom because the leadership are being careful say one extra careful na any of the delegates na say the certified no so we see former we are moving forward so be convincing the whole party hierarchies, you know, it's going to be very difficult. And as a tempo na eden aba form kakra this week ana me say vice president yere akasa wa dance Mr. Mansie Central Hababi Nkrofo kasa bia Ken ebe ba reply but say nukrom ne say uhwe all the aspirants na kana a straight fight between Ken and Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and so far one is touting about the personal record and their why in a private life and forgive me probably I'm biased. I believe that Yama all group of people opportunity, Yama lawyers, kwine, Yama professors. One thing that we lack is that entrepreneurship at the no. Oh, Professor Mers. I am a professor. Sir, Usha Sanyamana, message ya, Omudiabano, Ubu Same say, Omo Pesa, Omubedi. Umbaya aspirant now. When the message aba so far Kennedy am my message. Dr. Baumia is more of
President Kufuor was more of a businessman than a lawyer. What? Because President Kufuor then you'll be an private practitioner as a lawyer, practicing lawyer. He was more of a business person, even though a lawyer. He was more of a business person. And
identify more with the Lord than others. The easiest way to get recognition in Ghana and it's all by law. Oh, let me digress a little bit. Like Prof. Here, Ghana medical school so ha. Any part of the saying Umoko. Quota no. What is will be a demonstration or my muda? There be by check a bar situation. Maybe na lawyer na meet you. No body no. And no quantity date restrictions to hono. The whole Ghana every year umko demonstration. That should tell you as a country, even science education you cry any day any who be. Until they make a say. So we share Dr. Mahmoud Baumia so far the focus now has been my follow omu okwa there to Medinachi or Academy Dinachi. There are so many places wakwa now I wanted to have first hand information what he's saying and I can tell you in terms of future looking message I've not been convinced that much. But Kennedy, my submission is quite debatable. Kennedy Abekachra will say me my way me kwan met my way. Unfortunately, hardly have I heard the vice president say even all kasa by economic achievement because so we share economic condition na you woman say na untimi mfa nyina so nyeden enya campaign but the year no studio here yenye delegate court down bobu we pray say the delegate will choose a leader said the president and our quarter 24 about can say the next person ever be year free the economic challenges near than you woman. That is our hope and prayer. Say they will be able to identify someone. Ghana for nyina gini tum near to abamana obey year free situation na ewum na mpempe ewum ide ukodru airport samre ya the way a man tie ne maba na ekono ano odin enti omuntu aba no na omunyi ni papa mfa na o me 10 fortunes na around.
Okay. I
December 7 you bet 10 fortunes no.
You see?
Okay, that's part of the process.
Both JDM or whoever emerges, a potential president.
Yeah, part of the process.
And we are so much interested.
Yeah.
Who becomes the eventual winner?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, don't choose any we are. Your poem ni pami no baako na bibi.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, interesting one here. Okay. Mami enhwe messages kakra. Abaz Amogobo Offenso says NPP should forget election 2024. We will never vote for MPP again. President Akufo-Addo have killed the MPP party image. They have performed abysmally. Mahama is winning one touch, he says. This one says, Ras Chacha, I am back. NPP delegates are demanding too much. They should choose the one who can help the party than who can pay. 2024 is the year of JDM. One touch victory for JDM. Okay, this one says, good evening to you, lawyer. Please let those who are capable to bring the... Thank you, lawyer. Okay. Kofi Kumasi, thank you also for your message. Now, this one says, good evening to you, lawyer. Honorable Kennedy Japan is the only person who can break the 8. 1A from Achima Mim sends us this message. This one says, I am Patrick from Wasa Akropong. Good evening to you, Prof. Sapon, my countryman. Anan Bua Wasa Akropong sends us this message. This one says, good evening to you, lawyer. Ken is the best candidate for MPP 2024. Ken all the way. Ken is the people's choice. Okay, he says, thank you for your message. Okay, Prof. But
yeah, I quote beer. I trend the kakam de sendo name say intuition WhatsApp ne so.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm say a queer crowd there to platform ne so. Yeah, me quote no.
Okay, let me see. Okay, at the crossroads, political parties usually form 3 blocks. Okay, the block that are not worried about whether or not their party wins an election or goes or stays in opposition. They have gotten all they wanted and have nothing or little to lose when the party goes down. 2, the bloc that is very worried but are helpless because they do not have the power to restore hope and unity. The third one is bloc that is worried and has the power to restore hope and unity, but they are looking on and marking time. The longer they take in exercising the power to restore hope and unity, the lesser the fortunes of their party in a political election. Politics in Africa hasn't been beautiful for years, and those in Block 1 and 3 are the major cause of our woes. Professor Smart Sapon. Quote and unquote.
Good. I'm saying that next week I will do a lot of exposition on this
fantastic quote.
The manusi no me chia nipa kese nipa mienu nipa ko mienu ba ko ya America phobia enwumre de omanya kwa entie. In fact, I got the indication that they don't go without watching our program.
Okay.
Enti me chia mu nyina yenuanuma mo US aya mo hwe yen. And please ni ba ko wo Tesano.
Okay.
Police command na oni masema see and say last week as the last 2 weeks na me wa ha and no see here discussion na ontimi enya ne TV ne ho nko na nia nyame nkwanka ne fiehye sa na duane esi jaso ahema ema emu enti ye friend no Samson Mensa.
Okay.
Samson Mensa. In fact, Wednesday in a initial one cry. And now, Baba Cham no say, hey, who catch a lawyer say. Mo yen you for yen democracy for okay yash ni fie and you may or say
oh yeah nyame man
Samson Mensa but wo na say no you very replaceable no ya da nyame asen so say bi born bi as ya da mo asen so say ya mo jemre na mo hwe
oh okay so Mr. Bamfo, good evening to you, lawyer. We should be careful about tribalism messages. I agree totally with you, Mr. Bamfo. This one says, good evening to you, lawyer. Dr. Bawumia is a good leader, but 2024 Canada, Japan is the right person to lead MPP to break the 8. Samson from Kwabenya sends us this message. This one says, Dennis from Kumasi, we are waiting for JDM to come and correct the bad economies we are in today. He says, now this one says, hello, good evening to you, lawyer. Stop reading some messages because the person intends to use the same context. Okay, maybe to, I think, well, I'm trying to appreciate Nana Kwarteng from Kumasi. Thank you for your message. Okay, this one says, good evening to you, lawyer. I cannot afford to miss this program. Coming November 4, Dr. Bawumia will win. Greetings to Honorable Mavis and Cancer Board Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs. Honorable George Osei Asumani sends us this message, and this one says, good evening to you, lawyer. Let the NDC come down and stop the politics about unlaw flooding, because everyone in this country, no way MPP will win from okay, Mr. Jampo Paul, thank you, Paul. I'm here from Aboso for your messages. Unfortunately, if I didn't. Okay, so 1 minute, we are running away from here. Process what's up in 1 minute.
Oh, me dear, Machia, Ernesto, so cry and move back to see OT and free touchman.
Ojo super. Hey, Dr. Tando.
Mede mechi ya menkro for mo wata kwanyina na madam me student no so ne menkro for mo se o mo hwe me nyina so mechi o mo domase
Prince
mechi me nua inspector Atakofi also attest no police training school.
Okay,
ata metena sia no send a message say o mo ye de hwe ana mechi me manager ba ko Francoisi Prudential Bank mechi abusafo ni nyina lawyer.
Okay, musu abusafo ni nyina so ye chia mo okay, so the media can carry no 22nd of October, and tomorrow is a special day for the one and only lawyer Maxwell Opoku Ajiman, aka Adro. So there's going to be a draw at 60 where we'll honor him. Lawyer Maxwell Opoku Ajiman, aka Adro. Well, the Thanksgiving service is coming on live tomorrow. Mount Olivet Methodist Church, Dansoman. After that, there will be banquet after labor. There will be there will be reception thereafter. St. Benedict School auditorium. So loved ones who have been invited, make it a point tomorrow to be there to support him. The medicine man, he has served his country, he has served his people, he has paid his dues. Let's honor him. Okay, on behalf of the producers of the show, say thank you so much for being with us. Nyankoponya aduma na ochi se na ebesia besomo ewo democracy jumadies.